So apparently, Chris Chan may be becoming a father, and I'm sure we're all asking ourselves how. How did this happen? How did some of us who don't even have kids yet, who have girlfriends or whatever, how did Chris manage to become a father for us? Um, I shudder to think of what would happen, what will happen if this is true. He's been obsessed with having a daughter for ages. Gonna name her after one of Crisol. Um, and I mean, even if it's a boy, I see him as an equal opportunist. He had no problem taking advantage of his elderly mother. So we don't know what he's capable of if he has children. Um, I don't even want to think about it right now because right now it seems it's apparently in the summertime. Apparently that little girl who he's with, the one who's actually like 20 something years old or whatever. Uh, but it's Sallow Dawn. Haven't watched Sallow in a while since the Chris debacle a couple years ago with prison and all that. Um, but
Hell froze over recently. And in related news, Christian Weston Chandler just announced he's becoming a father in the summer of 2025.
all right, let's actually go back and read that. Guys, I don't know how to tell you this. I was talking with a few buddies about stream highlights to have them added to this quick CWC wiki, and I saw Net Narcolepsy added some already, and I have no idea where this question even came from or what Chris is talking about, but Chris expects a child this summer. Now, we do have to take into account maybe adopting. Maybe she was already pregnant before they actually got serious. Who knows? I mean, it may not be his biological child, but whatever the case is, he's going to be around someone and have access to a child. So whether it's a biological child or not, we should be worried for that child. But
when the child is actually coming into play, or somewhere around that point, or I just might keep y'all in the dark and let y'all know it till and wait till after the child is born.
As someone who has been a Christorian since 2008, this is horrifying. Chris has always fantasized about having a daughter, naming her Crystal after himself, of course, the quintessence of his narcissism. And we all know Crystal was also the name of his fictional sister we've had reason to believe he's sexually fixated on since at least 2007. Combine that with his confirmed incestuous sex with his septuagenarian mother, and I have no doubt about this. If his child is a girl, he will molest her. And if his child is a boy, he'll name him Gibi, groom him into becoming transgender, and then molest him. That's all to say nothing about what non-sexual physical...
okay, the whole dirty doing it to a child, that's terrible. But the fact that he just brings up Gibby out of nowhere, uh, that was I wasn't expecting that. I haven't seen or heard anything about that guy in ages. So just to hear his name being brought up with his picture and
or just straight neglectful abuse they'll put the child through. Remember how much his cats hated him?
Captain's Law, stardate December 20th, 2009. Oh, my little key here's getting a little fussy.
My heart sinks thinking about this.
as an animal lover and as a person who is like what you guys would maybe consider a crazy cat guy, the cats just kind of come over and they just kind of stay here because the porch out there is really safe. And just because I've always been an animal person, I put food out there and they just, you know, suddenly they're here and mama's having babies and goes from one or two cats being over here to several. Um, but whether it be the outside cats or inside cats, you see that, anyone who's knows me and watches my videos knows that I have a really good relationship with my cats. Even the inside ones, they're not even mine. They're not even mine. Like Sam, he'll come in, he's not even my cat, and he'll just jump up and he'll just cuddle with me. He never growls, he never attempts to, he never gets aggressive. I mean, the only time he'll get aggressive with me is when I play with him and I'll say, I just bonk him on the head and say, "Why in the heck?" He does not like that. And even if it's just, I can just say, "Why in the heck?" and he'll just start growling. He does not like it. But I don't really do that. But yeah, his animals, his animals never liked him. They never liked him. And when you have a cat like that and they're growling that loud, you need to put them down. You need to put them down. Otherwise, you're going to get a face full of claws, or, you know, they're going to dig right into your arms. You're going to make you. I saw when I lived in New Jersey, a cat did that. The guy who was living there tried to grab the cat, and the cat went so deep that when the blood came out, it wasn't red. It was still like, you know. So that's how deep that cat got. Just because this guy was trying to freaking hold the cat when the cat didn't want to be held. That the fact that they went deep enough, and you know, but he's not great with kids. He's not great with animals. Like, this is a dude who would, you know, into a cup and then pour orange Fanta in it. This dude is messed up. He did stuff with Barb, his own mother, who's 80 something years old. So to allow this man, not even, he's not a man. He's not a man. You're right. He's transgender, so he's a woman. No, I don't consider him a woman either. I don't know what we consider him as. But human would probably not be it. But allowing this individual access to a child, especially when he's pretty much had fantasies about having a daughter, and I mean, we could be looking at a brand new saga here. Oh god, it's so terrible. And so just take out the and add Christians. That's what we could be looking at here. This will be the saga, the name of the new saga. I mean, this is what's going to happen if you allow this child to be around him at all. He clearly can't control himself, and having access to a child.
This guy is not fit to own pets, let alone be a dad. I was really hoping Chris had azoospermia, because there's nothing that can destroy a kid's development quite like being born to abusive parents, and that kid is being born straight into the second circle of hell. Shame on Flutter, the Finnish side piece Chris has been with for years, for letting this demon reproduce. I hope authorities do regular wellness checks on the kid, but I know they won't. The only thing I can foresee keeping Christian at bay is the inevitable breakup with Flutter giving her full custody, but given her willingness to let a man that poops his pants impregnate her, I doubt that'll be much better. As a father, I'm crestfallen, pondering what this poor child is going to go through. I'll be praying for the kid's safety every day. By God, may they find some way to escape them.
So, yeah, even though they've been together, it's possible that they weren't really official, because we just saw, was it a couple months ago? They went to, I think, Finland. I think that's where her parents are. So it's possible that even though they were together, she was still with other people, and it's possible that, again, it may not even be his, it might be someone else's. But if this child is his, coming from his loins, yeah, we're looking at a brand new saga, and I'm sure most of us who lead normal lives, don't go around doing things to our mother, don't go around into cups and drinking it. Normal people are probably wondering, how the hell does this dude reproduce before any of us? $1 million question for the day. How is it that these normal people are now left behind and Chris Chan has somehow managed to reproduce? Like, I seriously believe now that the merge is happening, because this wacky, crazy crap that's happening, it can only happen because of the merge. There's no other explanation. The merge is happening. How does Chris Chan end up reproducing before any of us? So, guys, if you have a girlfriend, you have you're a wife, or ladies, you've got a husband or boyfriend, you better get on it. You better get on it, because Chris Chan is about to be a father. Go on, go. Make some fucky. What kind of world is this? We're living in a world now where Chris Chan is going to be a father. I really, really hope that he was just talking and speaking out and saying just random crap. And I really hope that this summer doesn't come to find that Flutter has had a child and that he's the father. Because what do we do after that? What is this world if that happens? You know, after that, if you believe in God, that should prove there is no God. If Chris Chan is in fact going to be a father, a biological father to this child, there is no God. And you should start questioning your religion immediately. That's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.